Hey everyone, welcome back to the shed. Today we've got kind of a fun one for you. Scooped up this 91 240 for a couple $100, and I still have my old Supercharger setup that was on the red 740 drift car. This thing's pretty hammered. We're gonna supercharge it in like a day or two. It should all just bolt right on. You make it lower, put some wheels on it. We're going cheap with this one. I'm hoping with the stuff I have in my shed, I can do it for $0. You get it up in the air, pull this hood off. I know it's going to fit on there if we cut a large portion of this area out. I did a quick upload of how I bolted this M90 off a Pontiac onto the red block. Did it like 6 years ago. It's super janky and rough. Bracket that picks up off the intake, that picks up off the valve cover. I've got this front plate stuff that bolts on to a couple holes in the block and the head, and then you've got a tensioner, crank gear goes on there, air goes in there, gets compressed, wind comes out there into the throttle body. Next thing is just start pulling stuff off of this nugget and make a pile of parts, and then bolt that on. It's gonna be sick. First go offering it up, it is sitting mint. That's exactly where it needs to be. I'm not a big electrical tape X headlight guy. The vibe of this kind of suits it. It fits. The hood is gonna get very chopped, but you already knew that. Fuel rail and everything clears. AC line, I think I can make that work. I wanna keep the air conditioning in this, because why not? If you got your supercharged car, you gotta be comfortable. I've got to hack this out, I think. You can use the stock throttle setup. And then a couple vacuum lines in there I got to reroute. You don't want to put like your crankcase vent and stuff under boost. Still get to your oil. I'm not even going to change the oil in this thing. It has something in it. It looks like oil. It's very black. Friggin' pumped. I got a little more done, but we've got a few issues now. The upper rad hose, pretty sure the belt's going to rub that. Normally, in most of these cars, I put like an E-fan on, but I was just going to use the mechanical. Hits my tensioner thing there, so I got to try and space the pump out, clearance the back of the fan, or just start it and let it self-clearance. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet. I had this set of custom plug wires made when I had the 740, because the stock ones aren't long enough. Throw a belt on it. MAF. I'm going to do a blow-through MAF. Not really going to put a MAF in there very easily. I'm going to have a blow-off valve here before the MAF, so hopefully when it does dump, it doesn't do the weird stolly thing that these cars do when you put blow-off valves on them with a MAF. Not proper and janky, but it's in the interest of not spending any money. This thing shouldn't leak any oil, hopefully. Might stay clean for a while. Not too worried about that. But I got to go to a 3-inch with my chips and the injectors I put in there. So I might put the guts of a 2.5 in a 3-inch housing, or see if I have a 3-inch one somewhere. I thought I did. It's chugging along. Not far now from starting it. Got a nice piece of all thread there for my front blower hold down. That's looking super junkyard fresh. Love it. All right, blowers bolted on for good. Got a upper rad hose, just a chunk of muffler tubing. This is my electrical tape belt to kind of see the belt path. And starting on the charge pipe, I'm gonna have to buy a belt. I'm really upset about it. I have like a zillion serpentine belts. None of them the right size. But if that's all I have to buy in the grand scheme of things, I guess that ain't too bad. When I did the spark plugs, that one felt a little soft. When you're like screwing things with threads in and you're like, oh yeah, that feels good, that feels good. That one felt soft, a little squishy. So we're not gonna look at that. That's another thing. I got this blow-off valve that I gotta try and put in here. If you snap the throttle shut, you really don't want to like shunt a bunch of boost back through the rotors of these things. Things are getting tight, so I'm probably gonna have to weld it. Goober on here with my very limited TIG skills. That's pretty crusty. Should I have a newer one? No. Oh well. Yeah, that's good. It's like bugs in it. Little dead flies. It can have some pine needles though. That's a treat. Actually kind of a lot of pine needles in it. Any leaks?
Well, I can't tell.
Oh yeah, I guess I didn't clean it up from when I drained it. Gotta point the hose clamps down for best engine bay visuals.
So you're gonna tuck all the wires in, right?
Oh yeah, full wire. The AC line's in the way.
Don't need that.
No, I do need that. I might not leak. All right, almost done. Gotta throw a hood on it. I'll kind of go over how to cut a hole in your hood. Step 1, cut a hole in your hood. First take, first try. Sweet. All right, everything's bolted on. Most of the hardware is back on. Whatever nuts and bolts are left went back in the bolt bin. I think it's time to chuck this thing on the ground, start it, and see what happens. Guys, we got it on the road. Go fill it up with some fresh 93 because, like I said, the stuff that's in there is probably 8 months old and has an octane rating in the single digits. Not ideal for boosts. We'll go and put some of the good juice in it. I have no idea. That supercharged setup was on standalone, so I could do everything. This is on LH 2.4, blow-through MAF, different fuel injectors, different fuel pressure. It's just hodgepodge. So far, it's not bad. Like, it pulls. Transmission is mush. Suspension is mush. The brakes are not bad, actually. Like, it's already a success. It's just a fun cruiser. That's the whole point of this thing, was like, you don't have to spend a lot of money. I like to see people do things cheaply just because it's funny. Have fun with it, refine it if you want, or just drive it as is. What's the worst that can happen? It blows up in your face? I guess that's not ideal. Make for good footage though. So cool. Dude, right? Premium.
Bruh, I got a red block. It takes premium too.
Yeah, they love it.
Got a supercharger on a red block?
Yeah, bro. I'm not kidding. How can I do this? Too much boost. It's leaking like the normal amount a Volvo does. I think it knocked the baffle loose. Tunnel, you know what that means. Highway pull. He's gonna do a highway pull. Felt like it's gonna tip over. Woo! Oh. Broke up a bit. Too much fuel? Not enough? Oh god. It's so boaty. One works. I have a weak stream. Actually, it only matters on that side. That's perfect. Oh no, it's working now. Well, it needs new wipers. Like, the car was $500. I would expect it to need new wipers. So far, so good, guys. It is faster than an NA1. I don't know by how much. Maybe it's just it sounds faster. People love it. Or at least it gets their attention. Corvette. Oh, he was so stoked. He was not stoked. People are either hyped as hell or absolutely disgusted. Pivoted on his New Balances like that. It's so fun. That's just, cars are supposed to be fun, and I'm overspending lots of money on the hobby. It's just, I haven't stopped smiling since we started driving it. I think it blew a baffle out of the exhaust. It's got rattlier. It needs to be lower. I didn't have time to cut the springs. It's got to be like on the ground. Alright, well, we've been driving around for the better part of like an hour. It runs good. It bogs a little at the top. I think I might have to play around with injector size. It runs. It makes supercharger noises. People stare at it. It's hilarious. I love it. Kind of what I wanted to show is like, do something super cheap, just reuse what you have, apply a little bit of thought to it, and you get something fun and cool and different. Get it like to follow a formula, buy the parts and bolt them on. That's appealing too. Don't be afraid to like venture out and just do weird stuff. You know, people are gonna say, oh, it's not intercooled and it doesn't have an air filter and you know it's not blow through and it's not right, but it's like, it still drives down the road. Perfect? Heck no. Could you spend $5,000 more on it? Of course. For something to just drive around and cruise and park in the parking lot, get people talking, big success. Great success. Yeah, until the next time, I'm gonna do more stuff like this. It's kind of my jam. Like and subscribe if you want, and we'll see you on the next one. Till then, have a good one.